What's up, YouTube? It's Scotty Flo here from Parasurge World. We're going to be doing a pitch analysis of this kid over here, comparing it to Clayton Kershaw. Alright, let's get started. So, you told me in your email, or you can email pitch analysis at parasurgeworld@gmail.com. Link is in the description below, that you're flying open. So you can see right here, you said, yo, what's up? Like, I have a season, my season's coming up, I'm flying open. Alright? And I guess, you're right. But the main thing is you're focusing on the end of the delivery. You're focused on right here. Focusing on right just here to here. While the main problem is everything up. It's everything leading up to it. Alright? So, I don't know why that keeps popping up. So, we're going to take you from leg lift. So you have this big fancy leg kick where you go back, right? You set your hips. It's okay. But the main thing is, like, I compared you to Kershaw, because look how simple his leg lift is. So if you look at Kershaw's leg lift, it's just up, down, just straight. There's no rotating back. All right. So when you rotate back, every action is equal opposite reaction. All right. So you're rotating back. That's going to make you rotate open. Alright, so that's the first problem. So you're here, you're rotating back, and if we watched your back leg, which is right here, it doesn't move. Your force vector, which is your ankle to knee, it doesn't move until right here. Not that bad, it's a little late. So you can see Kershaw, second he gets off the mound, it's moving. From here on, his back knee is moving forward. Alright? While with you wait, and now you're forward. Alright? Also, this is where strength comes in. You seem like you're a skinny kid, and at least from your delivery, you don't seem like that strong, where you're sitting all the way back. You're sitting back, you're loading back on that back leg, and then you're trying to explode at the last second. Alright, so if you watch your hips just stay back. See right here, back, you're loading back, and then you go forward, right? While Kershaw attacks with his hips. So he's attacking down. Watch his hips. His hips start here, let's draw a line here, and they go straight down. He's attacking forward while loading his back leg at the same time. Right, so he's really getting that stretch reflex where, think of like if you're doing a jump, when you jump down, it's going to be, if you jump down really fast, you go down really fast, you're going to jump higher. If you slam a basketball down on the ground hard, the harder you slam it down, the harder it's going to go up. So with you, you're staying back, you're not using that momentum, so that's going to affect you later in the delivery, where you're open, you're not forward, right? See right here, you're flying open here. You didn't really cover that much ground with your hips. While with Kershaw, when he's fully loaded, he's all the way over here. Right? So this is right before your load. So you barely covered any distance. While with Kershaw, he's all the way down on the mound. Alright? So now, you're here, you're loaded. This is a okay position, but you also see, if you watch closely, your ankles collapse. You want your force vector, you want your ankle to be screwed into the ground, or if you see right here, I'm going to show you that your ankle is right here, is collapsing forward, while Kershaw, it's back. Alright, it's about the knee torsion. That's an advanced concept. We could look at that further in the program if you get it. When you get it, it should be. So you're here, and now at this point you just bail open, right? So right here, this is your best frame. It looks good. It looks good, but it's not as good where it looks. Where you see Kershaw, you're in fairly similar positions, all right? The problem is, right, we're going to take you back to load. Is that because you didn't get good momentum forward and your hips stayed back and you were just loading back this whole time? So remember I said that before, you're just loading back this whole time instead of going forward like Kershaw. See, when this leg goes down, he's just going forward while you stay back. That you have no momentum. So the only thing you're going to do is you're just going to fly your front knee open. See how fast? So from this point, right, your knee, you're doing a pretty good job at keeping your front leg back, but because you have no power and you want to try to explode forward, you're just going to fly open like you said. All right? But so that's why your stride is really long. Look how long your stride is. You land right here. Right? You started right here. That's a long stride. You see how long your pant leg, the angle right here, you're really stretched out. While Kershaw might have a shorter stride, to be honest. So Kershaw's here, so much more explosive though. So with you here, you have no power, so your front leg just flies open, right? Just like you were telling me. Your front leg seems to extend, but it doesn't. It's just going for the ride. While with Kershaw, he's loaded, he's going forward, he's really loaded on his back leg, and now he's going back to front. He's going back to front, instead of with you, where you're just going open, it's front, and the back is following through. So instead of back to front, it's the front and the back following through. All right? So at this point, you want to watch Kershaw explode. So he's here. He's just extending his back leg. And then he extends it really hard. His hips fly open. All right? So you could see he's loaded. He doesn't extend out. You see how lengthened your knee is? You're just you're exploding up first off. But you're lengthening your knee so much, you're trying to just jump up while Kershaw's putting all that force into the ground. So Kershaw's really exploding down into the ground, and then after that, after he explodes down into the ground, it's going to transfer up to his arm to throw 95 miles per hour, because all that force is hitting the ground, it's traveling up his front leg is stiff, it's transferring to his upper body, he's keeping his hips are completely open, his shoulders are 40 degrees of separation, 50 degrees of separation, which is an elite amount of separation, and because of that torsion, because of that hip explosion, that it equals 90 miles per hour. While with you're here, you just bail open because there's no power, because you just stayed back the whole time, you just flew open, and then when you land, your hips aren't open at all, right? See right here, if you watch your belt buckle is facing essentially here instead of out. Or you watch Kershaw. When Kershaw lands, it takes one frame. He's completely open. He's pretty open here, but when he really stabilizes that front side, Kershaw's hips are completely open. His shoulders are completely back. While there's no hip to shoulder separation there. So you can even see your shirt. Your shirt, there's no, it's not wrinkled at all. So which means that your belt buckle and your arm, your upper body, it's moving as one motion instead of your hips being open and your arm staying back and then your arm flying through. All right? So see, Kershaw his shirts are a little wrinkly, but with you're wearing a baggy shirt, you should honestly see a lot of more wrinkles there. So we're going to see till you're completely open. It's either right here. So you're throwing the ball at this point. You have 0 degrees of hip to shoulder separation. You see your hips and your shoulders are completely aligned. All of them, your hips are facing the target now, and your shoulders are facing the target. There's no torque, there's no separation, you're not closed, as in like conventional baseball wisdom. While with Kershaw, in this exact spot when his hips are as open as yours are now, then when his hips are facing towards the target, his shoulders are completely closed. Alright, so also, like I said, with explosion, or like you're weak with the explosion, which is the main point of this. If you get anything out of this video, it's to go forward, attack forward quick, and really explode off the back leg instead of the front from the back. Alright? Just because you said you're flying open, it's just because you have no power. This is so obvious throughout your delivery. Where you're here, there's no power, so you compensate. Everything's a compensation with your front leg. Your front leg just flies open, right? And then you have no power to follow through with your legs. There's no power on your legs. And you're like, because you have such a long stride, you have to just follow through somehow. So what do? Your head just turns. If you look at your head, this is the second you land. Now you just twist, you bail out because you have to throw the baseball straight. So you bail out and just use your body to throw the ball. So you're here, right? Now you just bail open, your head flies through, you tuck your glove side because you can't get through, and then try to just finish straight. So you can even see with your end, if you watch your back leg, so you just keep rotating, it keeps rotating to the right. Alright, your hips finish to the right here. While the Kershaw, because everything's linear, everything's exploding through, is able to get through with his lower body that he finishes forward. Alright? So he finishes forward and you're just rotating over because nothing came through. Your lower body didn't come through, so your upper body just bailed open, and that's why you're open. So to wrap this up, you rotate. I wouldn't rotate, I would just put my leg forward. I would put my hips more, attack them forward earlier, which will get my force vector more in line, which is my ankle to knee. I would work on, you have to explode down, and then your front leg just flies open because literally everything I said at this point, if you do those three things, everything else will be corrected if you do 100%. Obviously, that's really hard. Alright? All your problems from this point on, it's just because from here to here you just didn't explode, you have no power, your hips are all the way back, even lean forward with your upper body, just pushing it forward. While with Kershaw, just explodes forward, keeps his hips open and explode really hard while you not strong enough to get it through and then go through. Alright, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed the analysis. Hope you got something out of it. Honestly, you look like a skinny kid, and from this workout I see like a weak kid where you just can't, you're not strong enough at this moment to get through. Alright, so I recommend doing, as well as being like doing this pitching stuff, I'm also a certified personal trainer, so I recommend contact me. I can make you a customized strength and conditioning program to go along with pitching drills I could give you. And so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. You said you have your season coming up. So like I said, I would shorten your leg lift. I would just do a little leg lift. I would try to attack forward as hard as possible, explode forward as hard as possible, and it'll really help you bailing out. Alright? Don't focus that much on the hip to shoulder separation. Just focus on everything going forward. You're in a tunnel. You got to explode forward. You can't go left to right. Lower body has to just go forward, forward, forward. Alright? That's like a quick tip. Will get you by. But long term, you have to get stronger. You have to get more explosives, just like everyone else. And then you'll see an increase in velocity. Alright? So, contact me. You can email me again at powersurgeworld@gmail.com. Other people email me, send me a pitch analysis. If you like this, you want to be analyzed yourself, it's free. Send me that. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a lot out of it. Scotty, flow out.